Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Time to Roll's Campaign 1. This is episode 44, finally, for the first time, and we're live for the first time in 3 weeks. A lot of things have happened, and there's some things I need to get you guys updated on, with just a lot. So, first things first, you're going to be noticing that Todd is wearing an eye patch. Todd has had a couple of medical issues recently, and it's caused him to put an eye patch on. So he looks like, as Austin so astutely said, he looks like a solid snake. So just if you're wondering about that, it's because he's dealing with some medical stuff that he needs to hopefully get over soon. But wishing him the best there. A few other announcements. So this will be hopefully the last stream you'll see the background of this room. I have bought a massive ass green screen, and we will be hopefully installing that. Sorry, hair's all fucked up. We'll be installing that hopefully when my parents get back from their trip, and we'll see how that goes. So hopefully I'll be able to have some good high quality stuff going on behind me. I can, with a green screen, I could literally do anything I want with it. Few more announcements. We will be doing I think it's going to be a 20% off sale over on TimeToRole.com for all of our most recent merch. I'm working on a new design as we speak, so that will be out soon, and I will be able to preview that hopefully next stream. Other thing, we may be switching over to full-time on YouTube. Now, that being said, I still want to stream on Twitch for now, but with the decisions that Twitch has been making recently, and with the uncertainty of the platform, I just want to potentially go over to YouTube, since that's the most established other form of social media we have, where we'll be going hopefully live there. I may try to do a multi-stream thing, but with Twitch's TOS, it's kind of a crapshoot, because they have technically banned multi-streaming for everybody, but I don't know how they could do that, but that's beyond me. You'll also notice that we are missing Nate tonight. He is hanging out with his dad for Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And hopefully you had a wonderful time with your children. And hopefully he may be able to join us later tonight. He said that it's a 50-50 shot if he'd be able to hop in. So hopefully he'll be able to hop in and join us. If not, oh well. We'll have to move on from that. But I think that's it for announcements. I guess if you want to check us out on the podcasts and everything, we're on literally every single mainstream podcasting platform out there. Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it, we're probably on it. So if you want to go check us out there, that would be great. The more downloads we get, the more chances we get to make more money off this. So, with sponsors and whatnot. So go download it, even if you, or even just go and follow us over on Spotify. That'd be great. That does it for announcements. Let's get into the recap, because it has been 3 weeks for us. And we will get into the recap and then get on with the game. They are all laughing their asses off. This should be good.
Hi, Buggy. She wants watermelon so that you can have a piece.
Watermelon.
I said that once. I said that to this guy that I'm seeing. And he's Mexican, and he's like, "That's not your word." And I was like, "Sorry."
Watermelon is not a white word.
Okay,
Are you kidding me? We invented it.
No, Black dude invented that.
We invented the word watermelon.
Watermelon.
How do you?
The Aztecs did.
Is that how you say it in
What?
Spanish for real though?
No,
It's
Isn't
watermelon?
it like melones
It's a
aguas
joke.
or
There's a
something?
meme.
No way.
There's a meme for it.
No, it's gotta be like aguas melones or something.
I found out like a month ago that cucaracha is cockroach in
You
Spanish.
didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
When I was little, like the whole cucaracha, I was like, I thought it was just a cool little like cute. No, it's a fucking cockroach.
Yeah. It's a little cockroach with a sombrero.
I found a little baby cucaracha in my bathtub when I was taking a bath in the tub, and I was like, "You don't belong there.
That's when you murder it.
You need to
But
leave."
just to be thankful that around where we live, there are only German cockroaches and not the god-awful palmetto bugs.
I need to stop vaping, but you know what?
So,
Be like me and just drink bourbon.
watermelon
do.
in Spanish is
I don't even vape.
sandia.
Wait, what is it?
Sandia.
Sandia?
India?
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly because I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, exactly.
Sangria, got it.
I love sangria.
She took
Yes.
it over there and didn't even eat it. She just put it on her bed. Oh,
No,
now
but at that point, I would just.
eat your watermelon.
Why?
Eat it. Don't look at me with it lodged in your mouth. Just eat it. She's so weird.
Which is what she said. I've officially
That's
killed
what
that
she
joke.
You know who else?
It's been 3 weeks. I'm letting you get it out now.
Whatever.
I mean, we're talking about
My
watermelon.
I just
You want me
saw.
to
I
take-
just. What's that?
Do you want me
Y'all-
to take the fake eyeball out and show people?
No,
Take out the glass eyeball.
you don't have a glass. Todd.
Todd's doing a beep cosplay for the stream today.
Nate and I went to see the Transformers movie, and it was really good. And it's random,
Good.
but it was a hell of a good movie.
Excellent.
And I thought I'd put that out there because I don't do anything else in my life.
Zach, just so you know,
Jesus Christ.
whenever I roll a 2, since I have only one good eye, it's going to be a 20 because I'm just going to pretend I can't see the second number.
What if you roll a 0?
Then it's a 20 because I can't see the 2.
I don't know. It could be a 10.
Can't see the 2.
You're a
Got me a
10.
20.
All right. Are you guys ready to play Dungeons and Dragons, or are we gonna? Okay.
More or less.
I mean,
All
we
right.
can fuck around too.
All right. Let's.
That's what we usually do.
Chill stream.
Oh, did you guys see my $100? I'm sorry, Paladin dance figurine? I'm
Wow.
poor. But I
What does Paladin Dance have that Paladin ass?
yes,
Wait, what the fuck was that? Oh,
the Paladin dance.
it's a little mini one.
I also have the Volt Boy.
Very nice.
All right. Let's do a quick recap because it's been 3 weeks.
It's been a while.
So, last we left off, your group, nameless group, were employed by King Xavier of Sylvania after Artemis had been destroyed seemingly by a random onslaught of blue dragons. After fighting the good fight against a masked warrior, an Artemis, seemingly clad in blue armor, like blue dragon scale armor, you were able to take on the job from the king in order to find a Cordeorum, a gem that is said to cure all diseases, cure all wounds, and maybe even bring people back to life. Upon researching this gem, you found out that there's a potential lead established somewhere within the Rania Trench, potentially in one of the 7 major last dwarven keeps, potentially hidden away in the mountains or in the caves of the dwarves. As you were teleported your way to Arbington, the coastal city where the Lily of the Sky, Anders' skyship, was being tended to and repaired for the journey ahead, all of you chose to take part in the fighting tournament, the Arbington Clash, where Elka was able to win the man versus beast trial and come out victorious in that, as well as Ander, by the random roll of the dice, was able to win the main event. Not without issue, though. Ori finally seemingly snapping amongst the crowd and killing his adversary and then almost killing Zane in the process. All of you were able to calm Ori down out of his rage and bring him back to who he was, which has in turn affected the way Ori you've noticed has been communicating. After a few conversations between all of you in private and a good night's rest, all of you boarded the Lily of the Sky, ready to take on the next adventure, heading towards Caister to potentially bring in the aid of some old allies, hopefully maybe finding Aiko and whoever else within the Blackrun forest, trying to find... you said you wanted to go try to find Alan. But we left off with you guys lifting up into the sky, heading, I guess it would be northward towards Caister for the first time in about 4 weeks since your original mission to go there and save the children. So, you guys have, you were told before leaving that you did have about a 2.5 day journey to Caister from Arbington, given that Ander didn't want to push the ship too hard, given the recent repairs and uncertainty of whether or not the ship was going to be able to fly at max speed. Taking your time, you guys have 2 days to do whatever you like. Is there anything you can think of that you would want to do, practice, read? You have books from the library. You have newfound abilities, since you guys did level up to level 9 last session. So anything you guys would want to do, go ahead and let me know.
I'm gonna make 2 quivers
Okay.
of Alana
God.
over the course of the journey.
Okay. And that's
Well, technically 3, right? Because we'd have.
so it's So you, from everything you've been told, you gauge that you have 2 full days in the sky, and then the next day you'd be waking up to basically Caister underneath.
Okay, I'm gonna make 3 quivers of Alana then as we go.
It's not the song I wanted. I misclicked. Okay. Is there anything else anybody else wants to do with their time? Any potential skills you'd want to gain, start to study, anything along those lines? Or if you just want to relax for the journey, you could also do that. Sure.
My new rapier, it's a magical rapier. Do I need to attune to that?
You do.
I will spend time doing that.
Okay.
I know it probably won't be a long time, but
Yeah. So I have tweaked attunement rules from normal D&D. So it would only for that magical weapon, which I realized I never sent you the card, which I think I have it made. I'll have to double check. That will take about 3 hours, roughly.
okay.
Just given the magic that is warped inside of it. Make sure you do keep track of all your attuned items, because you only are allowed a certain amount on attuned at a time. I think you're fine, Elka.
I think that's the only one I have.
Yeah, your other one doesn't require attunement, I believe. So, okay. Well, since we are traveling, and we get to have the first roll of the campaign in 3 weeks. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Zane. Roll a survival check for me.
You don't want that from me. No way. It's not great. I can tell you that. Let me go see what my modifier is quick. That's survival.
Yeah.
11.
11. Roll a d4 for me, please.
God damn it. 3.
3. It's the best option out of those 4. You do feel the winds pick up more than they are, and your travel is slowed down slightly for the day due to the high winds blowing. It's a headwind blowing straight in from the north. But that is all. Other than that, the day of travel goes off without much issue. You are slowed down. You could probably gauge, given the amount of time you were told, you had to slow down it probably affected you by an hour or 2, maybe. Nothing too crazy. But okay, unless there's anything else anybody wants to do during the day, we can move on to the next day. Okay. All right. So if you have, I think you guys have already marked down a long rest. I can't remember, but if you haven't, that long rest is taken. Sleep is had. Fairly well. Yeah, fairly quiet night. Nothing to really report. The crew's been keeping watch, which that's what I just rolled for. And clear skies and almost no clouds. Second morning, or I guess second day of travel, all of you wake up and you do see a familiar overgrown canopy of the Blackrun forest for the first time in about a month. Let's see here. Let's go with Elka. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Aw, why is it wisdom? I'm not wise. 9.
9. That's a failure.
You're a failure.
You feel a familiar presence try to peek into your mind. There are no words said, but you immediately feel the familiar presence of the overseer of the forest. And it's just immediately flagged. You're like, oh shit, we're here. But no words are said to you yet. Let's see here. Let's have Beep roll a survival check for me.
All right.
Seven. Roll a d8 for me, Austin. Five. Oh, interesting. Vaten, you're up on top deck, yeah, I'd assume.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh, never mind. It's only an hour. Never mind. I was about to do something else, but I just saw the duration of the spell, so never mind.
Okay. Do me a favor. Even though your passive perception is crazy high, roll a perception check for me. 17. A breeze shoots up from underneath. It is almost very similar to whenever you crossed over the Sandosha swamp heading north towards Ebrax. It's not strong, but you feel a very gentle. It's gentle in the sense that it doesn't really affect the ship. But as this breeze wafts up, you do smell almost like a sulfuric rotten egg smell. And with a 17, you do hear a almost like cackling, like a on the wind, and it starts to come from the right and come from the left, and you're
Does that remind me of
It's the kobold. It's the kobolds.
It's Larry.
Hello.
Larry's returned.
Does that remind me of the thing that was stalking Zane way back in the day?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
If you want to try to actually, yeah, you may have experienced something like this before. Roll a we're gonna say roll a nature check. You have heard these cackles before. You've heard something very similar to this laugh, this shrilly voice. And you think back to just a day ago, when you're in Arbington and you watched Elka fight multiple monsters, and then you also having to fight multiple monsters, and you remember a creature that I believe it was, I think it was you that fought a feathered winged creature that had the face of a woman and had that very shrill cackling voice, and you immediately gauge that there's a potential that this is a harpy. And as you have that exact thought, you see feathers shoot up behind you on the top deck, and you turn around and you see a harpy, but her jaw isn't quite right. Instead of it being the normal female face with sharp teeth, her jaw's kind of like elongated and disformed. And then you look to your right and you see another one pop up and land on the mast of the ship. You look up to the front of the ship and you see one land on the deck. You turn around behind you and one lands right behind Ander. And every single one of them, these elongated, malformed, sharp jaws just staring at you and laughing. Everyone roll initiative.
Okay, never mind.
We love initiative here.
The kobold is evil.
Oh, that was good.
What the hell?
I'm gonna wait for you to put the
Yeah.
initiative tracker up so I can.
Good call. Yeah, okay, that's up now. Where the fuck are my harpies? I literally had them.
Is the font different?
It is. They have changed a lot. They've updated some things.
Ugh.
I don't like font changes. They always bother me.
It's Time's new Comic Sans, you know?
Time's New Comic Sans. I can't believe Toby came up with a new skeleton.
All right, there we go.
We're on the boat, right?
You're 15,000 feet in the air right now.
Because I would be under
You'd be under deck.
deck.
Yes.
Can we pull a link and like Colgera his ass?
All right.
Just fly through the air and shoot arrows at him in slow time.
So, Vatan. Oh, hey, Nate.
Hello, Nate.
Here,
I'm full with food.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
All right.
Don't say that again.
Cool. You're here. Roll initiative.
Welcome back, Daddy.
-3.
Minnow Daddy.
Okay, so let's see. We got Vatan twice. Which one's your actual one?
7.14.
Okay, for some reason.
I only see myself once in there, so.
Yeah, I see Beep and Vatan twice. Okay.
Oh, no, because you didn't clear it on another page. You only see what's on this page.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But because you have a combat left over from another page.
I probably just never cleared it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like me. All right, who are we missing? So we got Ori, we got Alara, we have Zane, or we have Beep, Vatan, Thaddeus. Ander needs to hop on that.
Whoa, about lost my name.
Good. You don't need it.
Says you.
I should know the most.
I told everybody that you didn't fit in the tubby.
What? Is there,
Told us your thick booty was too much.
there's another
for it.
body in there.
What?
Didn't you learn anything from Breaking Bad? You're not supposed to try to dissolve a body in a tub. It's going to burn
That's
right
not what I
through.
was trying to do.
Y'all don't
That's
know.
completely irrelevant.
Y'all don't know.
Also, the reason they couldn't do that is because the fucking material of the tub is not
Alright.
a good idea to use for melting things.
What is Zane's dexterity?
Let me look. It's a 0.16. So
Yeah. Okay.
if you need the modifier,
Yeah.
There you go.
Just well, yeah, with the whatever the modifier is. What the fuck? Alright, let me grab that because apparently. All right. Okay. So Andrew does go first. I believe. Yeah.
Did you put mine on there?
I don't have your token on the board. You're below, so I'll have you keep your. Actually, well, here. I'll just drag Elka's token onto the board just so we have it. So that way, assumingly, they're gonna yell, "We're under attack."
Alka's
Just don't.
No,
Just. Yeah. All right. So Elka, you're gonna be. We'll just say you're under deck, and that will show that you're there for whenever you make your way up. And sorry, your initiative was 15. Okay, it's been 3 weeks. Might be a bit scuffed. All right. What is the harpies' turn? The harpies actually go first. So. And they all go on one turn, so...
Would initiative be an ability check?
Technically, yes.
Okay, let me see if I roll a 1. And I didn't, okay.
Okay. Let's see here. So their initiative is actually fairly high. Okay. Alright, so... Vaten, you immediately see the one behind you shoot up and fly down and land on the deck right next to you because he notices you're the one that noticed it. You see its jaw unhinge and elongate even more. And as it's screeching, it will bite down on your shoulder. Starting off strong. That's a 3 on the bite attack.
Yeah, no.
So it doesn't multi-attack. So is it one's claw one? Okay. So it does get a claw attack on you as well. It's cocked. That's a natural 1. So starting off strong for the DM. Yeah, so it goes to bite you, and you're able to get out of the way. And as it tries to sweep down its claw gets stuck on its own wing as it tries to swing down on you with a natural 1, and it kind of gets tangled up in its own wing for a second. But that is its turn. The one behind that flies up, Thaddeus. You're sitting on the piano, kind of plucking along on the keys, and you immediately see this harpy shoot up and attack Vaten. And before you can even turn around and look, one flies over and tries to bite and claw into you, sitting on the piano.
Yell as my reaction.
Sure.
To kind of alert everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be my reaction.
Yeah, all of you hear Vaten just full on yell. I assume we're under attack.
Yeah.
And as that happens, the bite attack does a what is their plus? 9 doesn't hit you, I assume. Todd.
Armor class is 16.
Yes, it doesn't hit you. So that's with its bite, with its claw. That does hit you with an 18. So you feel you're able to completely dodge out of the way of its elongated mouth, just stretched open, biting onto you. And as you're able to dodge that, the claw comes down and just like digs into your shoulder. Okay. So they have a slightly buff stat. Regular old harpies. That is 9 points of piercing damage, or sorry, slashing damage. Onto you, Thaddeus.
Okay. Question.
Sure.
Since the first attack missed, would I see the second attack?
Yeah, but that doesn't really. I don't think they really. What are you trying to do if you would see it?
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah. Does uncanny? I can't remember if uncanny dodge is for physical or range, like range attacks.
What's the harpy doing? I think it's for both.
I think it's for both. I think it's just not area of effect ones. Because I think that's
area effect is for the other one.
When an attack hits you, yeah. So you take half damage. So
Yeah,
you take
one reaction.
Yeah, that's your reaction. So you take 5 points instead of 9 of slashing damage. Okay. So that one's turn. The other one is going to fly forward off the perch and land next to you, Zane. Is your armor up right now since you're...
Oh, yeah, it is.
All right. I'm going to say, yeah, it's fine since Vatan yelled we're under attack. So it's going to do the same thing. It's going to bite at you. That is a... Oh, boy. I say this with bated breath. Does a 24 hit?
Miss.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Bring it on, bitch.
Oh, that's that new armor you got.
That's right.
With a claw. 25.
Miss.
Are you fucking kidding? What's your AC now?
26.
Son of a bitch.
Ting, ting.
The harpy looks pissed.
I'm
I'm
use
just
my
gonna
wand.
smile sinisterly at it.
So you're
I'm gonna
telling...
use my wand and make the harpy smile.
So what you're telling me is I need to roll nat 20
Yep.
to hit you because their modifier is a +6. That's
luck.
fucking fantastic. Love that.
Can I try to distract Zane to give the harpy advantage?
It's not your turn, so I'm going to say no. Okay, so the other one cannot get as far as it wants to, realizing that no one's on the front deck, and it's going to land on the banister and look down. But what it is going to do is that it is going to use. You're going to see it open up its mouth wider than it already is, and you're going to just start hearing a melodical sound waft out through the air out of its mouth. Just a very sad, like almost like a Halo theme coming out of its mouth, but in a minor key and very sad. And I'm going to need
All I hear is ba-da-da-da.
I'm going to need everybody on the top deck except for Ander and Thaddeus to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I'll take that.
Yep. That's pretty good. 17.
Ooh, that's a fail. But hold on, give me 1 second. What's a 30-20?
Okay. The DC is a okay. Wisdom save. That's right. You changed your name. I didn't change that on your character card. Whoops. Vivra.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Succeeds. Beep, you fail. I'll get to you in a second. Who said 17?
Me.
You fail. Ori succeeds. And then Alara, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Actually, because I can do that as a reaction, I'm going to add 5 to that.
Okay, well then you succeed. 17 plus 5, yeah, you succeed.
That would be. You said a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
24.
You succeed. Beep! You hear this melodic song start to weep out through the ship. And you feel your eyes glaze over. And you move. What's your movement speed?
Let me.
Is it 30 feet?
I think it is. I'm gonna check just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
You unconsciously move 30 feet towards the harpy singing.
I like how beep singing would just be a bunch of beeps.
You are now charmed by the harpy, and you, for your next turn, you can make the saving throw to try to break out of it. But if you fail, you move another 30 feet towards the harpy.
I mean, wait, which harpy exactly am I charmed by?
This one,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
the one up on the banister where non-Elka exists, because she's not on the top deck yet. But okay, that's their turn. Zane, you have a harpy right next to you that just tried to bite into you.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to punch it in the face.
All right.
You should just stand there and see if they can actually hit you.
Maybe. This is a lot more fun, though.
The ultimate disrespect.
It's 15.
15. That hit, actually. Yeah, their natural armor isn't that great. Yeah, so that hits.
Cool. I need...
Can you hold a shield,
Hey.
Zane?
I can, yeah.
Ooh.
I actually do. That's 8 thunder damage.
8 thunder damage, okay.
And I'm going to punch it again. Nat 20
Okay.
for... That's a lot better. 24 with all of the stuff doubled.
So it's doubled, okay.
Yeah.
It is looking very hurt.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. It is now Anders' turn. Ander is going to continue steering the ship since he probably gauges that Thaddeus probably has that taken care of. So he's going to stay on the ship. He is going to command, however, he's going to use his command action to command the crew to ready for battle. But that is his turn. Elka, you are currently in your chambers. You heard we're under attack. So you are aware of the attack going on. You're probably about... If you dashed, you'd be able to get up to the top deck from where you are. Underground. You're muted.
So I could just like come like to right to the doorway,
Basically where I have your... right where you are there. And you can immediately... As you run up, you immediately look around and you see Harpy over your right shoulder sitting there singing a song. And you see Beep like... With your passive perception and trying to gauge what's going on in the battle, you do see Beep like kind of head down, walking slowly towards you.
I'm gonna shoot that one with my bow
Oh,
or my crossbow.
Up behind you. Okay.
The singing one, yeah.
All
I was
right.
about to say, you better not be shooting beep.
I'm gonna shoot Beep because I hate the kazoo. I'm just kidding.
Poor beep.
I'm just kidding. I'm shooting the harpy. And you know what?
What's that?
Never mind. I don't have any more.
Wait, how are you? So sorry. Are you using your action surge to shoot it because you use your action to dash?
Oh right.
So you can use action. You can use action surge to shoot if you want to do that.
I do because I want to stop Beep from getting too close. to
Okay.
this bit.
Yeah, you do gauge that he is not not right. You could just see his head kind of hanging, eyes glazed over, aimlessly moving towards you.
Pew. 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
This one. Seven points of damage.
7 points of damage. Okay. I just realized that I have the normal Harpy's HP total. So
I have a question.
sure.
So since I get an extra attack, can I throw a bone dart at her too?
So
Or
extra
is that
attack.
not-
Extra attack is only melee. However, you do still have your bonus action, so you can use your bonus action to. Well, actually, yeah, a dart is considered a simple weapon, so you could use your bonus action to throw your dart,
Okay, I'll do that because I also want to just like,
or you could use it to reload. That's really your options there.
I'm gonna dart her.
Okay.
Because I don't have any other reason to use these, so I might as well.
And do whatever damage you can, I guess.
12 to hit.
Miss.
Sorry.
Yeah, in your when you see the air your is a crossbow, yeah, you see your bolt strike it, you get too excited and just lob it over its head just slightly.
I'm gonna look around like no one saw that, right?
Okay, but yeah, so that yeah, that's all your movement, that's your actions, and that's your bonus action. So, Alara. Seems like for the first time and for fucking ever, Lexi's actually manning Alara. So, what does Alara want to do?
I want to take my sickle and climb all the way up to Ori's head, jump off his head, and slam it down on the neck of the harpy that's like literally right in front of me.
I will roll the hit. You're dexterous enough and small enough that I will absolutely allow that.
Can I throw a Lara and she can spin like a Beyblade? Just for like flavor.
I rolled shitty though. I rolled 6.
Sorry to tell you, it's still not your turn, buddy.
It's just for flavor. I mean, he can still do the same damage.
I rolled a 6.
A 6 plus what's your modifier on your sickle?
Oh, well, I don't know. It doesn't say. Unless I can't find it.
It would be your. Ooh boy, is sickle a dex weapon or a strength weapon?
I would assume it's probably Dex.
Is sickle a finesse?
I would assume Dex.
Can't find my headset mute button. It's a strength.
It's a strength weapon. Okay, so add your strength modifier plus since it is part of your original gear, you do have proficiency bonus with it. So add strength plus your proficiency bonus as your modifier.
Okay, so 12?
12 misses. So
I did pass.
So you're now. I'm gonna need you to roll an acrobatics check just to see if you stay on the back of this harpy.
But I rolled decent on that. 18.
18. Yeah, you're able to hang on. Alara is doing her best rodeo impression right now on harpy.
Yeah.
8 seconds. 8 seconds.
He's playing Shadow of the Colossus on the harpy.
But
What's your stamina meter?
I don't think you have anything else you could do. So, I mean, you do have your. I don't think druids don't have a lot for bonus actions, do they?
Not really.
They could heal. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you could cast healing word, but no one's really hurt right now.
Except the harpy.
I could cast
You can heal the harpy. I'm beating the shit out
No,
of.
fuck it.
Turn it into the personal
Never mind.
punching bag
I
for
was gonna
Sadie.
say Bardic Inspiration, thinking I'm fucking Bean, but I'm not. I'm a
Bean? Did you
Y'all
just
don't
call him Bean?
don't know who Bean is unless you're in Nate's campaign.
Bean is Lexi's.
Bean?
Bean is Lexi's Kenku Bard in Nate's campaign.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Beep as Bean. I'm like, his name is Beep, not Bean.
Rest in peace, Bean, by the way. She's never coming back.
Yeah. If I come back, you gotta take us to my island.
Yeah, it's there.
One of these days.
You'll never want it.
Mr. Bean in a D&D
All right.
playthrough would be hilarious, though.
Oh my god.
He's too powerful.
Speaking of names that start with B,
Hello.
Beep. Make a wisdom saving throw. Your current.
Would I get advantage from her getting that hit off, Elka?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. You're still charmed.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You snap out of your haze. And immediately look and you see Elka shooting a crossbow bolt right into the sternum of this harpy that which you now know was had charmed you. But that is your turn because that's what happens when you're charmed.
Yay.
So sorry. Thaddeus. It's your turn. Solid Snake.
Okay. Well, I'm going
Why
to.
do you have an eye patch on, by the way?
Yeah, Nate wasn't here for that.
This
We'll
is
tell you
gonna be a
later.
long story.
We'll tell you later, Nate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll tell you later.
I prefer not to spill all of Todd's medical issues out on the internet if we don't have to.
My herpes implant is acting up. So,
Your herpes?
Tiger attack, to say less.
I've never heard of facial herpes, but let me know if that becomes like a real thing.
That's cold source, my guy.
Oh,
I
really?
dated-
Oh yeah, true.
I dated the guy who had them on his arm.
my
You can literally get
medical
them anywhere.
emergency last week. I spent 2 days in the emergency room and undergoing tests for what they thought was a stroke, which is Bell's palsy. So the right side of my face is.
Oh,
paralyzed.
okay.
Thank you for asking and not mocking me like some other dick did.
If we weren't friends, we wouldn't be mocking you.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Okay, Thaddeus. My only rogue now. So he is going to pull out his rapier. God, this is hard.
I'm hard.
There you go.
It's like right now.
Please don't.
He's
Wait, was that a 1?
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's you don't have extra attack as a rogue, so that's you could bonus action disengage.
Does it get an engagement with me if I disengage?
No, that's the point of using the disengage as a rogue. Is that it doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
I'm going to disengage and move over here and drag Anders into this thing.
Okay. Okay. So that is your turn, Weavra.
Yep, nailed it.
That's going to take some time for me to get adjusted to.
For purposes of in-game, I think Ori is the only person that knows.
I do.
Nope. Yeah, Zane
Oh,
knows.
yeah,
You
that's
told
right.
Zane.
You know too. Yeah. So I think those two are the only two that know. So for a while, I will definitely still answer to Vaten if that's easier. But regardless, I'm just gonna lean over this thing, smile, and say my turn. And I will try to bite the harpy.
Roll an attack. 18 hits. Yeah.
Damn, didn't think you had it in you.
I am also using Hungry Jaws to give myself some
Extra damage.
nope, some extra temp HP.
Oh, cool. Wait, you can. Oh, that's right. Lizard folk can bite things and then get HP. That's fucking crazy.
Yep.
They can do. Holy shit, that's fucking cool.
I haven't had the opportunity to because there hasn't been any time I've been in melee with something. It's either been dead by the time it's my turn, or I've missed the bite.
They're fucking fiends.
All right, so two. You said sorry. You said two.
Roll 2 damage.
Okay.
But I get 4 temp HP out of it.
Okay. Well, there you go. 4 temp HP to you. All right. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Taking a glance around, I can tell that Beep is no longer charmed, right?
Yeah, you could definitely tell. His head's up and he's looking at basically the general direction of the harpy next to him and Zane, and then the harpy near Alka.
Okay. Then I believe that is going to be everything of my turn because, like we said, druids don't have much in the way of bonus actions.
Okay, there you go. Ori.
Oh, Hungry Draws was my bonus action.
Oh, well then you still have an action then. Oh wait, no. So
Yeah.
the bite. Sorry, the bite was the attack, was your action, and the Hungry Jaws is your bonus action to gain temp HP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. I think that is exactly how it works.
Okay. So, Ori.
Ori waves at the DM. Ori will flank right here.
So technically, Alara is. We'll move Alara right there. She's on the shoulders, or I guess standing on the head of this harpy right now because she rolled high enough for acrobatics.
And I took a chunk out of the shoulder. Not much of one, but
Yeah.
Hiya.
Let's go ahead with this glaive. That is a 30 to hit.
You don't even have to ask me if that hits. Go ahead.
I was just curious. Alright.
Although no one's hit their exact AC yet, so that's pretty interesting.
Plus that. 26 damage.
Okay.
And second hit, extra attack. 31.
To hit? Yeah, absolutely.
And 25 damage.
Explain how you kill this harpy.
Or he's just gonna be headed.
Okay, Alara is standing on its head, just making you.
Or he's gonna be headed. Grab Alara, put Alara on his head, then grab the head.
Okay, I'm gonna want.
Can I make a roll for that?
This is pretty complex stuff. I'll allow the beheading, but you need you to make we'll say an acrobatics check to see if you can do everything that you want to do.
Okay.
and there's definitely a chunk of Vaten's turban missing.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
26.
Ori is able to cleanly cut the head off of this harpy, just barely missing the top of Vaten's turban because that would be annoying. And you just, Vaten, you blink and you see head gone, Alara flying through the air doing a somersault. Ori grabs her out of the air, puts her on his head, and then within seconds puts his hand down underneath the head of the harpy that's just about to hit the ground, and then he grabs the head.
And put the head on his belt.
Okay. You still have 15. Well, where were you? You were like right here, right?
I moved. I think I only moved 5 feet.
Okay, yeah. So you still have 25 feet of movement.
Can I throw my axe at this one?
Without hitting Zane, probably not. Although you can make that a habit if you want to.
Please don't.
I'm taller than I think I'm
He's taller than me.
taller than him. I could throw it like sideways.
So
maybe.
I think I would be giving the harpy at least half cover, if not 3/4 cover, just because of the body mass in front of you.
Well, hold on. I'll just move so I don't make this complicated. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right here. Is that fine if I can just throw it?
Yep, and Alara's now on your head, so she comes with.
All right. I'll action surge.
Action surge, throw it. All right,
Yeah.
go for it.
Hiya. 25.
25 definitely hits.
No way this thing's alive.
Unless he rolls ones, this thing doesn't survive. Which I don't think I've ever seen Nate roll all ones ever.
Oh, you should have seen me and my brothers. I rolled like ones like 4 times in a row. It was a curse. I don't know what happened. That's what is it? 41 damage.
Explain how you kill this. You killed
I'll
this
be
harpy.
I'm gonna. My axe is going to lodge in its head, and then, or he's gonna call it back.
You need to use
And
your bonus action to call it back.
Yeah, can I use my bonus action?
Yes, you do. That's right. You do. Sorry, you use extra attack. Not my bad. Yeah. So yeah, you can. You have your bonus action.
So I use my bonus action to bring it back in hopes that the head gets torn off and it just comes back to me.
The head, remarkably, the body comes with.
Okay.
But you do see like skin start to rip around the neck as you bring it back.
I'll use my extra attack then just to chop it off and put it on my belt.
You can do that.
I don't think I can get it anywhere else.
Nope, I don't think you can either. Yeah, that works perfectly fine.
I'm good then.
All right, that's
I'm up 2 heads.
That's Ori's turn. Oh, this one's dead. This one's dead. Okay. All right, it's now the Harpy's turn, top of the order, which I realize that Ori just killed the one that I used to add turn on, so it's not there. But I know they're top of turn. Okay. So first one is going to be the one up near Elka. It's going to see you. And this is the first. Now you're actually getting a chance, Elka, to look at these things. And elongated jaw, sharp teeth, and you see slobber starting to pour out, and it immediately jumps down and pounces on top of you. First attack. It is a 25 to hit. Okay. Is she gone from the world? Okay.
Nazi.
I'll see.
Alright.
She's muted.
She's muted. It's fine. I know that hits her. I think that hits her at least. I hope that hits her.
Yeah.
It should.
Oh no, okay, there she is. Kind of, maybe.
I'm tapping the screen. Nothing's happening.
Are you asleep?
Oh yeah, Elka's AC is 21. Okay, so that hits Elka.
Hello. Hello.
So
Hello. Mousy.
I'm sorry. What?
Things are happening to you.
you just got bit.
No.
You take 15 points of piercing damage from the bite,
No.
Infected.
and
Do I
You
get
gotta take
things
her
now?
out. Infected with the harpy virus.
does a 22 hit you?
Gotta protect coral.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's another. It's another 12 points of piercing damage or slashing damage, as the harpy rips into you. Okay, well that is the harpy's turn. Actually, no, the harpy's gonna stay in combat with you. Okay, harpy up behind Ander and Thaddeus. Which I realize I never changed this one's HP either. Is going to fly up and attempt to bite Ander. That's a natural 20. Okay. I don't have Ander's character sheet up. That's moderately problematic for me. Okay. So that is going to be for Ander. Thaddeus, you watch the captain get bit for 31 points of damage.
Damn. Glad it wasn't me.
I'm doing math and my brain doesn't want to work right now. Okay. So he gets bit and immediately it's going to Let's see what it does. Okay, it is going to disengage. Well, not actually disengage, but it's going to jump forward and go after you. That'll cause an attack of opportunity from Ander. That's a fucking natural 1. So Ander completely whiffs as he's trying to steer the ship. And he's just trying to punch it, is all he's trying to do. So he misses. And then it's going to go for a claw attack against you, Thaddeus. Okay, that might hit you. That's a 17.
It does hit.
17, okay. You take 8 points of slashing damage.
Oh, okay. And I can use uncanny dodge every turn, correct?
I thought is that not one of them that's once a short rest?
I think it's,
No.
I think it's
I
a
don't think so.
reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, reaction.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Use uncanny dodge.
Yep, that's right. Reaction.
Once per round. Yeah. So yeah, it's your reaction. So yeah, you uncanny dodge. You cut that in half. So that's 4 points of 4 points of slashing damage to you. And that is, yeah, that's Harpy's turn. So Zane, you saw Ori just decimate the one in front of you. And now, but you do look ahead and you see Elka engaged in combat with a harpy that has done a fair amount of damage to her as she walked up and shot at it.
Just a scratch. I'm fine.
His butt's a scratch.
It's only a flesh wound.
How far is that thing from me?
It's about 80 feet. No, 65 feet.
65. It's time to blap. Gonna shoot it.
You're using blap, finally. It's been 10 sessions since I gave you that thing.
Nat 20.
Let's go! First roll of blab, let's go!
4 damage.
4 damage.
Doesn't do a lot. It's a 1d4, you know.
What's the blap?
Blap's my pistol.
His pistol.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
I was to say you can shoot it again.
I'm gonna pull the trigger back. 15.
15 hits.
4.
4. Are you adding your dex in? You do get to add your dexterity modifier to the damage.
Oh, I did not. Extra 6 on top of that. Well, 3 for this turn. 6 for the last. Because of the nat 20. So
well, no, you don't double your modifier. You don't double. So it's just
no, don't double the modifier.
So it's
okay,
6 total.
yeah.
So okay, so 4 plus 4 plus 6. Okay, 14. Elka, you're in combat with this thing. This thing just bit you, and all of a sudden you just hear pop, pop. And 2 holes enter into 2 smoking holes. Just go shoot straight through the torso of the harpy. You look over and you just see the smoking barrel of Blap, Zane's gun.
I'm just at the end of my turn gonna like spin around my fingers and slot it back down.
Nice. All right. So it's there. All right. So it is looking kind of hurt after that. But that
mark that on the gun.
Anything else you want to do on your turn? Zane.
Nope.
Okay. Don't want to move. Don't want to get closer. None of that.
I'm good.
Okay. It's now Anders' turn, and Anders going to he's going to see Zane do what he just did, and you're going to see Thaddeus. You're going to see Ander pull out a flintlock pistol of his own that he keeps on his hip, and he's just going to look and go, bang. Interesting. So, with this pistol, you can expend a hit die to re-roll if you roll a natural 1.
Is he really nat 1 it again?
He just nat 1, but I just rolled a 19 plus 10 with it, so That hits it for the. It's you'll maybe be told about it later. I'm not gonna give away too many of his secrets, but so I need to mark down that.
Okay, I fixed that pistol.
And as the person that loves this character dearly, thank you. Okay, so that is that. So that hits. So where are my D? There they are. Oh god. Holy shit. Okay. Alrighty. That's interesting. That's 29 points of damage to that. Sorry, wrong. Yeah. Am I doing math wrong? I think I'm doing math wrong. Okay. Thaddeus, you just watch Andrew just pull out the pistol and go bam and shoot about a good like baseball sized hole through its chest. And it's looking pretty hurt, but that is Andrew's turn. Andrew's gonna use a free action to yell out how many more? And that will be his turn. Elka. It's your turn.
Rapiers. 2 of them.
Stab him. Do it.
Stabbing.
The forbidden poke.
Okay,
Oh,
so one of them, I rolled a 19 plus my thing, so that's a crit. The other one, I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So no damage on that. That's my ice one, too. I'm kind of sad.
Okay. Well,
But
19 with your new rapier, though.
18 damage.
18 damage.
That's the crit. That's the crit.
With a crit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
And
double.
then I'm
That is
gonna-
double. Okay.
And do my extra attack with my ice. Also a 19.
There you go.
Crit damage. Crit damage. Does she have balls?
No. You look down. It's all just a
ball.
Yeah, you look down and you can tell you don't.
it's straight like Big Bird from from Sesame Street, like bottom.
Do you have like a
Okay.
loincloth or
Nothing. Just all
gonna
feathers.
ask?
All
Bigger
feathers.
feather than the rest of the feathers.
So there's 14.
How would you like to do this?
In the face.
In the face? Okay.
Just like right in between her eyeballs.
So
I
you
only have one right there. Her head. Just-
yeah, I like it. So you stab straight in between her eyes, and you just doll over. And as they doll over, you start to see icicles start to form on her eyelids and on her eyelashes, and then all of a sudden you just see her face start to like rapier inside, and then you just see ice just go poof, and her head break off and fumble to the ground. And she's now dead.
Hey, can I keep her head? Is that okay?
I'm gonna look at him and be like,
I already have
Sure.
2 of them. All right, thanks.
Okay. Well, that is Elka's turn, unless you want to move any.
I mean, I don't think I can really get very far.
You could, yeah.
Now that Ori has 3 of them, is that a hat trick or a head trick?
Head trick.
I'll just, I'm sorry, my computer is super laggy, so like,
Never mind.
there we go. I'll just move there.
Okay. Well, that is I guess that's the end of your turn. Alara, you're on top of Ori's head. You look around. From where you're at, you can't see any, but you do see you do know that there was one that landed up on the behind the captain's, like the helm. So is there anything you want to do on your turn?
Random fireball.
On a wooden ship.
I'd
Great idea.
Oh, never mind. I
There's a reason
can't.
why I
with-
have not been doing magic.
With tears through the sails, which is from random
And then you guys
bullets
drop
flying.
15,000 feet out of the air and you all die.
Oh fuck.
How far is it from
How they
me?
fall.
Campaign over.
Zane would be the only survivor.
How far is this thing from
AC too high.
From you, so technically you're from, it's from Ori's position. Well, that's 10 feet up plus, you're about 90 feet away. But actually, no, I'd say you're about 80 feet away because, Ori is 10 feet. So Ori's horns do come up to the top. So like the base of where the banister is near the helm. So yeah, you could, but with the sail in the way, it's just, you have to like look, kind of have to duck down. You do see Thaddeus engaged in battle with another harpy about 80 feet away from you.
It has a big hole in it.
Aim for the toes.
I could use Summon Beast and send this thing after it.
Okay. If you could, do you want to do that? I mean, it is, as far as you know, there could be more than just the one, so do what you think Alara would do.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So I can choose an environment, air, land, or water. Let's do water because we're on a little boat.
No, we're in the air.
We're in the air. We're in an airboat.
We're in the air currently.
Through air. I'll choose
She was
air.
almost right.
It says, what is it out here? Creature disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell is. In combat, the creature shares your initiative count, but it takes this turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands, and if you don't issue any, it takes the dodge action and uses its move to avoid danger.
So,
Okay.
important thing to note about Summon Beasts, the Summon Beast spell. It does have a spell component. Do you have a feather, a tuft of fur, or a fishtail inside? A feather, a tuft of fur, and fishtail inside of a gilded acorn worth at least 200 gold.
Hypothetically, could she have stolen mine when I wasn't paying attention?
Don't
There are
wreck on
feathers
it.
here.
You know what? Well, it's very specific. Some of these druid spells are ridiculous. But Vaten
Remember,
does
I
have
had
one.
that. I
Vaten.
did, yeah.
So you know what? Yeah, Alara, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check. This is to retroactively say if you wandered in and started fumbling through Vaten's things.
Ooh, that's a nat 20 plus 2, so 22.
I would say I'll go up against your passive perception, but that is unfair, so roll a perception check. Technically, that's how that works.
That's fair.
Okay, so you do have one of the gilded acorns with feather, tuft of fur, and
Wait,
fishtail.
did you tell me my perception check?
Yeah, he rolled a 17 on his perception check.
Oh, I got
And not 20 on your. No, you said no. I wanted you to roll. I wanted you to roll sleight of hand. I wanted him to roll perception.
Oh, I rolled sleight of hand. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got 22.
22. So you're able to steal it. So yeah, okay. Now you can go ahead and cast Summon Beast. What do you want to? So what are you trying to summon? So I believe at your level, at second level, a bestial spirit, it manifests in an occupied space that you can see. You can choose an environment, so it can either be air or land for the sake of where you're at now. I mean, I guess you could do a water beast, but that would be comically hilarious.
I'll do it. I'll do an air beast.
Okay.
Can it be anything I want? Or
It has a challenge rating, I believe.
because it doesn't say like what I can make it.
It has to be a flying beast of a challenge rating of.
A cormorant. No, I'm just kidding.
It needs to be. Actually, I don't know. Hold on.
It takes the bestial spirit stat block. so it looks like whatever the heck you want it to look like.
Okay, so yeah, so it can be any air creature that you want to, as long as it's considered a small beast. So basically, any bird, any small flying creature, you can any small beast you want.
Okay. It can just be like a crack-headed little hawk, something like
If
that.
if you
Like
want
a
it to be,
Like a phoenix, because they're
La
pretty.
cucaraca.
you could make it a
Yeah.
phoenix. Yeah.
I'll make it a phoenix.
Okay. So you can summon it 90 feet from you, and then it has its own movement speed. So where are you trying to summon it?
Well, you said I'm 70 feet away from it,
80,
right?
80 feet from it, yeah.
80?
Yeah.
So that would give it, what, 10 feet? Well, it would be right in front of it anyways.
It's currently 80 feet from you, but the spell you can cast it 90 feet away from you. So you could literally cast it, put it right next to the harpy if you want to.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put it, like, up there next to Thaddeus, so he's not, like, struggling.
Okay. So
And now you have a bird friend.
yeah, so Thaddeus, you all of a sudden feel the heat, almost like a shot of flames, shoot out next to you, and we will, for this. I think I do have a Phoenix token.
Yeah.
Well, if it will ever oh, that thing's fucking huge.
Yo, look at it.
But you see a small phoenix shoot out of thin air and land right next to you, and it's looking right at the harpy, and you feel like this gentle warmth coming off of it. But okay, so that you summoned it, now you can now attack with it. So
Mark might have just got himself a 2-stroke penalty.
damn.
I don't think he knows it yet. He picked his ball up on the green without marking it.
All right.
Should pay more attention to his strokes.
Okay, so you get a multi attack with this, and it's the maul action. So you get to. So what I need you to do for it, roll a d20 and add the number of attacks equal to half the spell. So you get one. Yeah, so you get one attack, you get one maul. So go ahead and roll a d20 and add +4 to the attack.
Dirty 20.
There you go. It's just strength that it runs off of.
And it says your spell attack modifier to hit.
Oh, well then there's that. But
Yeah.
okay, well I mean either way it does hit. Even with so you roll a 16 +4, yeah, it hits. So roll a d8 +4 plus the spell's level piercing damage, which
A D8 plus 4
So roll a d8 plus and then add 6
at 6. Okay.
because it's a level 2 spell.
So 12.
12. How do you want to do this?
I want this phoenix to get up on top of its head and just completely take its talons into every facial orifice that it has until it rips its skull apart.
Okay.
It's very vicious. While Alara just looks on like a proud mom. Like,
Alara has learned from Ori.
yes.
Or he pulls
The
his
pure
non-existent
savagery.
collar.
Yeah. So
Yikes.
Thaddeus,
Sorry.
you just watch this phoenix, majestic creature, just spawn in next to you. And then proceed to jump up on this thing's head and just absolutely eviscerate it until all you see is a skull.
Oh,
And
smoking cool.
it drops dead on the ground, and we are out of combat.
Caw, motherfucker.
The bird, eventually, after an hour of it being around, does disappear, just so you're aware. But
Or he's gonna walk
What a
over
sweet
to
friend.
The bird could technically look around like the bottom of the ship right now. Check for
Others?
any other enemies.
Yep. Yeah, Alara, if you wanted to, you could use your bestial spirit to fly around and see
Yeah,
if there's anything else.
Yeah, go ahead and send it around. Bring it around town.
Or he's just
Technically, you won't be able. It's not familiar, so you won't be able to see through its eyes or anything. But
Oh, I'll just hang Froggy by a string then and drag him around. Like,
You're about to come back with a roasted frog, given it's a phoenix.
well, it doesn't actually have fire coming off of it. It just, it's like it's an illusionary fire. It's a bestial spirit taking over a incorporeal form. So technically, yeah. You know what? Rule of cool. This campaign has always been about rule of cool. Do me a favor, if you wanna attach Froggy to this spirit around the body, the semi corporeal body of this bird, roll just a regular old dex check for me.
okay. Where is my dexterity?
Dexterity.
10.
You think that you did an amazing job, and you tie up Froggy, you tie Froggy to the back of this thing. You're all excited, ready to send him on his solo mission. And as you go to send him off, the Phoenix does fly around very easily. And it starts to fly around, and you immediately duck into looking through Froggy's eyes because he is your familiar. And then, at first, you see nothing around the boat. And then your vision, kind of like, instead of being upright, swings downwards where it's upside down. And you feel your vision swinging back and forth. And then when you look through Froggy's eyes, you look up and you see the belly of the Phoenix and a rope just barely hanging on to poor Froggy. And it's flying around and Froggy's swinging back and forth. And it's nauseating as you're looking through the eyes of Froggy. And then you immediately have a moment of panic where you realize that rope kind of looks not that well tied to that Phoenix. And as it continues flying around, it eventually lands back on the deck, and you see poor Froggy sitting there shaking, barely holding on, for basically sheer will holding on at this point, clenched to the side of the rope, no longer tied around him, and the rope is just barely tied on to the tail feathers of the Phoenix, and it's just sitting there. He's just sitting there, just like looking at you, like, "How fucking dare you?"
I'm sorry.
But I'm gonna say, for the sake of checking to see if there's any more enemies around, go and roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Roll a perception?
Perception check with disadvantage using Froggy's stat block, which would be his wisdom, which his is just a +0. So just straight roll.
15.
15 with disadvantage.
What do I take off of that?
So you just roll again and take the lower number.
I'm a dumbass.
It's okay. It's been a while.
So 10.
10. You look around, using Froggy's vision before it gets too nauseating, and you don't see any more harpies flying around. At least to your knowledge. But the ship has continued to sail through the air. I'm gonna say we'll go with, I'm gonna roll a D8. And going from left to right in the Discord call is how your number is assigned. And whoever I roll on is rolling a perception check for your surroundings.
Not it. Have terrible perception. Don't pick me.
Easy.
Hey,
Stop.
so on my screen, it goes Bingo, Magic, Mousy, Austin, Todd, Nate, Lexi. I just rolled a 6. So Nate, roll a perception check.
Fuck.
Rip both, no?
L plus ratio.
Okay, nat 20, 21. We're good. We good.
Get fucked.
You worried for nothing. You look around.
I'm a +1 perception.
You look around. No more harpies. But you just kind of you're kind of looking around, and it immediately the hair, the fur on the back of your neck stands up, because you are now having the realization that I'm back above this forest again. And a lot of crazy shit happened in this forest the last time I was here. And you go back to memories of watching your arm get ripped off by a random spirit in a dream. You remember hearing about the harrowing attack that happened to Aiko from a random werewolf that you now know to be Alan. A lot of memories come flooding back. You remember the kids, and you remember everything that transpired with the tree and going to Arun, and going back into the cave, and it's kind of surreal coming back, because it has probably been the weirdest place you've been to since leaving home, Ori. But as you continue flying through, there is relatively no danger, and as the day turns to night, you do start to see on the horizon, off to would be the port side, so the left side of the ship. You do see various dots of light along the planed landscape of southern Sylvania, of different settlements popping up over the horizon on a fairly clear night. But if there's not anything else you guys want to do for this day, you can all take a long rest.
Can Ori stuff all these bodies in his bag of holding? How much do they weigh?
These harpies weigh about 150 pounds apiece.
Oh, they're bigger than I thought.
Big boys.
Well,
Big girls.
they're a lot more deformed and a little larger than you thought.
He'll just after taking the heads of all 4 of them, there were 4, right?
Yeah, 4 of them. Yeah.
He'll pluck some feathers.
Okay, one of them's just, mind you, one of them's a frozen mess. One head's a frozen mess, and one of them's just a skull.
He'll wait for that one to defrost.
Okay. But you say you pull a couple of feathers? All right. We'll say you pull... You pull...
Enough to make a hat.
Enough to make a hat? All right, so you pull... All right. It takes you some time, but you are able to pull enough feathers to where you think you could probably either make a hat yourself or have someone make a hat for you.
Hell yeah.
But if there's anything else anybody wants to do, the bodies are disposed of however Ori sees fit. Do
you want these? Anyone want these? Snacks.
I was thinking of a hoppy sandwich.
Do you have cheese?
I will start sharpening my kukri and start filleting one of the harpies.
Yeah, he'll be looking at Reaper because he knows motherfucker eats like raw food.
It's really stringy meat. It's like,
I don't care.
It's like you start to pull it off, and like the muscle starts to like pull apart in these just really long strings of muscle and fat. It's for everybody else on the ship, except for maybe Ori, it is gross. It's grotesque.
Or he's gonna twirl it between his fingers.
Yeah, I'm making sure to do this well away from everybody else.
The meat, when you're cutting it, you do smell a slight burn of sulfur smell coming out of the skin and the feathers as you're flaying them and skinning them and deboning them and all that. You do smell that a very rotten egg smell coming from them, and you get the sense that these harpies aren't like normal harpies, but the meat is salvageable and maybe consumable. But you do successfully. How many are you going to do it to all of them, or are you just going to do it to one of them?
Probably just one.
Okay, so you successfully collect. We'll go with 40 pounds of harpy meat.
Holy crap.
Can Ori hang one up and use this like a punching bag?
If you want to.
Okay, it's just he's got to stay fit.
It takes a few minutes to fully hang it up, but yeah, you're able to punch it until the night comes, and then Ander looks at you kind of annoyed because there's just blood puddles all over his freshly.
Oh, he would have laid down like a tarp or something.
This is medieval times Ammriel. There's no
Yeah,
such thing as a tarp.
like a blanket or something.
Okay.
No, he's got that leftover bloodied tent.
Oh yeah, you do have that. Yeah.
Oh no. Do I still have that?
Yep, the one you folded the prince up in. Yeah, you absolutely still have that.
About that. I forgot we were carrying around a dead prince, and Ori tried to sell it. Yeah, I'll do. Okay.
Yeah, you still have that. Yeah, good call on that one. Yeah, so you still have that. Yeah, so you spread that out, and Anders still looks at you just like, okay, just kind of a sigh. But after some punching bag fun is had, and all of you kind of.
I will also approach Alara at some point. Little one, may I have my acorn back?
Oh, this nut,
Yes.
Why'd you say it like that?
cause it's his nut. Yeah, you have your nut back. Thanks for letting me borrow it, even though I stole it. But thank you for your nut.
Chew your food before you speak to others.
Listen, guys, I'm hungry. Anyways, yes, I stole your nut, but you can have it back.
Thank you. And I'll pocket it, and that's about it.
All right. Well, as dinner's had and Ori's punching bag is turned into nothing but jelly after a few hours of punching at it, all of you go to sleep. You have a long rest. The night shift is taken by Alex, the captain's brother, and the night crew. The night goes off fairly well, given the location that you're at and everything that has transpired in these forests. Nothing attacks over the night that you could tell. And you wake up, and as you wake up, you do see a familiar sight. As you're flying in, you'd have noticed that the course had to be slightly altered due to the harpy attack, and that you have slightly veered out, like just slightly more to the west. And you look down, and you do see the crossroad camps that all of you stayed at on your first or second night traveling together, where Ori went on his killing spree.
Uncle Joe once was there too.
And
good memories.
And you look down and you see a few tents pitched, and you look at the you look down. You see the same campsite that Ori brutally ripped apart, and it seems like everything has been cleared away, and nothing is the same as it was 4 or 5 weeks prior.
New family there.
Make a perception check.
Okay, how about the change? 18.
18. You look down. It's quite far down. You're around 10 to 15,000 feet in the air.
Hello.
You can't tell. You can't tell if it's a family, but you do see little. They look like ants from up here, but you see like people walking around and doing stuff in within the camp. So you can tell that there's multiple people there. Whether or not they're a family, it's just kind of hard to gauge from this high up. But it is a clear day. Um,
Can I lift Ori?
can you lift Ori? Are you asking if you can lift a 500-pound
I'm-
Minotaur?
Ori will not. Ori will not resist.
Are you going to try? You want to try lifting Ori?
No.
Ori will
Okay.
be like, here. Get a hernia.
Anywho, you feel the course of the ship start to turn a little bit more to the east, and going towards Caister. You do look down. You see a gate, far down on the only forest path, or the only forest road that goes through the Blackrun forest towards Caister. You do see a gate that you once pulled up to, seeing potentially undead people as you rolled up. And you do see what seems to be a few carts coming in and out of Caister. It's hard to tell whether or not they're merchants or residents or whoever it is. Let's go with... We'll roll another d8. See who gets to be the lucky person to roll a perception check. Zane, roll a perception check for me.
That's not terrible. Just make sure I got it right. 16.
Okay. So as you're rolling in to a familiar town, you do see a fair amount of people as you're starting to descend. You do see a fair amount of people walking about. You do see a few kids running around and playing. But you see a figure with wings coming from the south. As you look around, you're like, you kind of spot, and it's flying fairly high. At this point, you guys are probably about 8,000 feet in the air, and it's flying parallel with your ship, and it's beelining towards you. You can't really tell from the distance that it's at what it is, who it is, if it's a harpy, if it's a bird. But you do see it, and it's coming from the south side, so this would be the starboard side, as you start to descend. With a 16, you're like, it's really hard to tell. But it's coming at you, and it's coming at you fast.
We seem to have incoming. I don't know what.
I'm gonna have Beep go to the port side.
Okay.
He's gonna move. He's gonna be right there.
Okay.
I'll just let
So
the
I'm
crew
also
know.
actually I'm gonna have him. How high up is like the bottom rung of the mast?
The bottom rung, probably about
Like where the sail would be attached.
probably about 15 feet up.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna have Beep kind of come down here toward the stairwell and just kind of grab it because he's expecting a hit.
Okay.
I will let the crew know something's coming.
Ander immediately, he yells out, brace yourselves, we may have another one.
I'm gonna ready a spell.
Okay.
Or prepare to cast a spell.
This is gone.
Let's see. Let me know when whatever this is within about 200 feet of us.
Okay.
Can I ready something to?
Sure.
If anything is, I guess hostile is within, I guess, 50 feet, 45 feet of me. If it's hostile, I'm gonna throw my axe.
Okay.
If I could throw it that far, I mean.
As you see this thing closing in, Zane, with your 16 perception, you spot about 500 feet away, and Baten, you would also spot this with your passive perception. You do see a little bit of cloth floating off the back of this creature, this thing. You do see long wings, long like golden-like wings, flying in, and they're probably the wingspan's probably maybe 8 feet long, from tip to tip, maybe 10 feet at max. And as it gets closer, you see a golden feathered faced humanoid with like slight silver coloring coming off of its face as well as its wings. And it's very clearly wearing like this greenish blue garb, kind of flowy robe like, maybe cloak like garb, and it's flying close to you. And as it gets to about 200 feet away, you recognize this person, creature, and it's a familiar face, although it's hard to see with the sun coming in. And you think you see the face of a familiar Aarakocra girl that you met back in the caves of Arun. And as they get closer and closer to the rails, you see them spread out their wings and slow themselves down to catch up. And then as they get closer, you recognize this person as the daughter of Aiko, Arya. And as she lands on the deck, if I could have Squirtle join the Discord call, that would be wonderful. Squirtle, you there, buddy?
He's
Also, I'm throwing my axe.
I was gonna say, Elara wants to go pluck a feather off of her, so she has to summon her beast next time.
Or he's gonna scoot the fucking dead harpies to his side to make sure she doesn't see them.
Okay.
I've been gone this long. You already tried to kill me. Got it.
So, Arya, would you care to describe any changes, any looks, anything that has potentially changed since they've seen Arya last? Which, keep in mind, the last time they saw Arya was probably about 3 weeks ago.
Nothing's really changed. Basically, we've just been hanging out. And then my dumb dad is gone again. Don't know where he went. He just left.
That seems pretty rude of him.
Classic dads. It's Father's Day. Come on.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I wake up and he's gone.
He's just at the 7-Eleven.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
probably.
I mean,
She's just going for some milk.
To be fair, you two disappeared pretty quick together last time we saw you.
Well, we had something urgent come up.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, no, that's for a later date. I'm not. My dad told me not to tell anybody.
Oh, that seems very Aiko-like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Arya, I have a question.
Okay.
Could I have one of your feathers? Because you see, earlier I summoned this beast and I had to steal a nut from Vaten, and because I didn't have it. But if I have a feather, then I can summon the beast again the next time without stealing his nut.
I guess you could have one of my feathers.
And she lifts her wing and clips. Well, just yanks one of her feathers off and hands it to her.
Elara's face is lighting up like a little kid with a new Lego set on fucking Christmas. And she gives you a big hug.
There you go, little one.
That's precious coming from you.
Zane, can you help me get rid of these harpies? I don't want to start anything.
I'm just gonna like pick up the feet or try to.
Beep is gonna come off of the stairwell, go over to Echo, and just give a little wave and say beep.
It's not Eiko. It is.
Aria. My bad. Sorry.
I thought you were gonna come down blasting your fucking kazoo.
We're just gonna squeeze like his punching bag like a tube of toothpaste and like squeeze out the rest of the harpy.
Oh my god.
Nothing to see here.
Ring it out a bit and whistle like nothing wrong.
Jesus Christ.
Wait. While he's doing this, can Beep do a performance to try and distract?
Sure. Roll a performance check. And for Arya's first roll of, being controlled by Squirtle, roll a perception. Or, we'll go with an insight check.
You said insight?
Yeah.
Come on, open up.
Let's see if Arya has Echo luck.
Yeah, probably.
Wait, hey, Arya actually could hit things.
That's possible.
Not wrong. Ooh, wrong one.
Oh shit!
Starting off strong.
God damn.
Wait, that's his Echo.
There we go.
Is that the right stat block though, Zach? Since it says Echo.
Hold on,
yeah, it is the right stat block, but that's how Squirtle has.
To change it.
I mean, even if it wasn't, that's an 18.
It's still very impressive.
Squirtle.
No, it's fine. That's just Squirtle's profile in Roll20.
I'm Mara now. I changed it.
Okay, so 25, 17 performance. Which I can grab your token because I do have that somewhere in this long fucking list of nonsense. You immediately see Beep start to do the performance. You're like, what are you doing? And you look and you see Ori and Zane like doing their best to like dispose.
There's like feathers like kind of flying off.
This feathered body.
Or like side-eyeing like, oh shit.
Can I have Beep do the little performance?
Sure.
All right. He pulls out his kazoo.
Roll with advantage on that, actually. roll.
Now.
So, my theory is now with that roll is that Squirtle to everybody else.
Oh no!
No.
Oh, let me roll real quick. I gotta make sure. I just rolled a nat one. What the fuck?
I gotta try. Just
I'm good. I got an 18 and a 15.
Let me roll again. Okay, this is 16. Okay, so it's not like it goes on and off. All right.
no way. That just like teetered on a 1 and a 7 on my random roll as the DM. Oh my god. All right. Well, first off, Squirtle, welcome back. I'm happy to have you. Thank God you can do it. So, all of you find yourself being reunited with Arya, Aiko's daughter. She has gotten. You do see kind of a look of like slight maturity that has grown over her in the last couple of weeks. And as you guys slowly descend towards Caister, the small modular rowboats are pulled out by by Captain Ander, and are brought out, and eventually the ship is halted to a stop and tied off to one of the larger trees they can find along the outskirts of the town. All of you are. Ander throws him out. He's like, "Well, if you need me, I'll be up here. I don't have any interest of being down in that town ever again."
Well, suit yourself.
Godspeed.
And so he throws down the 4 small crystal powered or crystal catalyst powered side rowboats, lifeboats, call them whatever you want. And all of you are bored. And what are your goals coming back to Caister? Now, obviously, one of the goals was to potentially reconnect with Aiko and see if he came here or not. You wanted to reconnect with Alan, the Furbolg werewolf / sage of the forest. Your goal to coming here was just to find help, correct? If I'm remembering this correctly from like 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yep, we're looking for Alan to see if he'll help us.
Yeah, let's get Alan.
Okay, so all of you do make your way down. Arya, I assume you just jump off with your wings and fly down next to him. You've been kind of given a freedom of motion over the last couple of weeks, given the duties that have been placed on your dad, as well as yourself with the kids and whatnot. So as all of you fly down and float down towards Caister, you are brought back to where all of this started. The tiny little town inside the Blackrun forest. Nothing has changed. It's still just a tiny old little town.
Does it look more lively than the last time we were here?
Interestingly enough, you do see kids running around. You recognize some of these kids. Actually, most of these kids, as they're
Oh shit! I tried to murder a nun here or something.
I think the rats are still afraid.
Oh yeah, we gotta check out the rats.
Nice.
Oh, is that kid with also the kid with the axe? I hope he's still here.
Yeah, well, I think his name was Henry Max. It was Henry. I've written down Henry. Yes, Henry would technically still be here. You'd have to find where he is, but you see kids running around of all ages, and you do see as you land, you do see a familiar face. A short, impish-like man. He's donning cardinal robes, and you recognize he's walking out of the temple. He looks tired. Definitely looks like he's been working a lot. Let me pull up some nice music. Hold on, is it? You're still in the Blackrun forest, so it is still a pretty creepy place. We'll go with that one. That one. There we go. And you see him walk out. He kind of sees you. He sees Arya land next to you, and he just kind of like smiles and like waves at you, and he looks at all of you. Welcome back. I didn't expect to see you here. Aiko told us you had important missions to take care of, so we figured you'd be off taking care of those instead of stopping in our little backwater town.
You wouldn't know where he is, would you?
Aiko, Arya, do you know where your dad is? You're muted.
Nope, and I don't care.
Yeah, fuck Aiko. We don't talk to him anymore.
He's a pleb. He can't shoot a damn bow to save his life.
Well,
hopefully he taught you better.
last time I spotted him, he was he was taking some of the older children out hunting, but that was they did that like 2 days ago. Arya, I thought you went with them.
Nope, I've been stuck here watching these hellions.
Okay, well, I wish I could help you more. The way they walked were, they headed, I believe they headed south. And he points to the right side of the map. But this forest can be a dangerous task strolling in there unaware. But you're more than welcome to stay, since you're responsible for, and friends of the city, or I guess the town. We're not a city. I'm sure Dexter will put you up at the inn for free.
No, we're not staying here that long.
Oh, well, very well. Well, if there's anything the temple can do to help you, please let us know.
You wouldn't happen to have seen a man named Alan, would you?
Oh, yes. Alan stops in from time to time to help with the kids, teach them about survival. I believe his home is not too far into the forest if you go towards the mountain, and he'll point to the north, or not the north, but the north of the map, technically. It'd be more of the, to the east. He should be there, although with his affliction, which I know you all are aware of it, and it being a full moon 3 nights ago, he may or may not be home.
Hopefully he is. We have to petition him for some aid.
I have a dog whining in my ear. I'm trying to get him to calm down.
I think if we just yell into the forest, he would just show up.
Right?
Maybe, but you'd
I
also...
can just go to the forest edge and be like, "Hey, Eustace, get over here!"
Who's Eustace?
Alan also wondered the same thing. He had trouble remembering his name when we met him.
Alan's our boy. He'll come.
Well, I wouldn't recommend yelling into the forest at all. In fact, the reason why I requested the aid of Aiko was because the monster incursions have become a little bit more intense over the last couple of days. But they grew increasingly intense a few weeks ago whenever I called for Aiko's aid. But they've been steadily staying the same. We expect a monster attack once every 3 nights here. But when I called Aiko back, it was happening pretty much once a day or once a night. Don't know why it's happening, but the monsters in the forest are for some reason riled up. We asked Alan if he could look into it, and he said he would, but I can't impose too much on him since he has his own life and things to do. But Arya could tell you all about the monsters. They've been coming in all shapes and sizes. The worst one that came recently was a manticore, but luckily Aiko was here to take care of that. But I guess if you're gonna wander into the forest to search for Alan, then
I also would like to tell you I wish help was arriving, but Artemis is in pretty bad shape.
Really, the capital city?
Yeah.
It looks almost as bad as this place. I mean,
much worse actually from when we helped you the first time.
Really?
It was a very bad blue dragon attack.
Interesting.
I swear, it wasn't Aragon. He's still here.
Hopefully he stays here.
No one would expect your little blue dragon to be responsible for attack on a city that large, Arya. But
we don't know the power that.
Now he is a menace, but
we don't know the power that one holds. It's best to be cautious. You know, let's look at the tiny blue dragon if it's here.
Oh no, you can't. He's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's somewhere off in the forest being a hooligan.
Growing stronger.
That he is. Well, by all means, you can use the temple as your base of operations if you'd like. I don't know what your plans are. If obviously, Alan is kind of a dodgy guy sometimes, so make sure you take care in the forest and make sure that if you happen to run into him while he's in his not so pleasant form, do your best to avoid him. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else I can offer you, unfortunately. And as you know, we're just a tiny little town dealing with our own problems.
Got a coin?
I mean, the church does provide a certain amount of money, but
Okay. I was running a little bit low.
It'll be fine.
If that. Oh, okay. What does the church donate to me? I feel like I do a lot more.
If
No offense.
Not this church. I mean, you have helped our town out quite a lot. But you were paid for that, if you remember correctly.
I don't actually remember that well. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit of coin would help me remember.
Make a persuasion check. Can you just feel my dread come over me whenever you start talking with that?
What? Did I say something wrong?
No. You're fine.
25.
Okay, and he'll reach into his pocket and give you 2 gold.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
how were the rats doing?
What rats? Rats?
Stuart Little.
What?
You know, the rats.
Right. You're saying I heard you the first time. What rats?
The rats. The rats from the temple.
There's rats in the temple?
They're good rats. Don't exterminate them.
Oh, okay.
I heard they're worshiping a certain minotaur. They
kind of freaked out when I showed up. They freaked out more when we started kind of talking to them.
Oh,
I don't know what the big deal was.
When did I don't even want to know.
This is when we were here last time.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Okay.
All the holes that need to be repaired.
We didn't damage the church at all.
Well, there was a few stairs that were damaged, but
maybe the termites. Maybe
it was probably that nun.
Actually, the stairs was me. I apologize. How about you take these 2 gold coins back, and for the stairs, I'll hand them back.
Thank you.
Actually, I think never mind. I'm pretty sure I paid for that already.
Just give him the coins.
Yeah, I'll donate to the church. Here you go. Here's the.
You're donating their own money. God, that is so ori.
Hey, if no one's gonna take the coins, I'll take them. I work for free here.
Are you short on coin?
I'm always short on coin. I watch these Italians for free.
Oh,
so, I mean, you're getting fed, aren't you?
No, I had to do all the cooking and hunting and everything else.
I think I got some in here to give you for the. Hey, you want this book?
I can't read. I'm dumb.
We're just gonna hand you a book. Arya.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the book.
No. Arya's gonna very aggressively hand it to Arya.
Okay.
Read the title of- What's this book look like again? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly which book you're talking about. It's a blackish gray book. All right, you see this blackish gray book handed to you.
I tied it up. It's tied up.
It's tied up. Okay, so is it tied up in a satchel?
I tied rope around it.
Okay, so it's a blackish gray book, and on the front of it, you see like these markings on it that are like kind of looking like a mixture between a devil skull and like a it looks kind of creepy and kind of evil. It has a lock, well, what used to be a lock on it, and then tied around it is a piece of silk rope that Ori tied around it, and he just shoves it into your chest.
Yeah, don't open that. You can sell it though. I'm sure it costs a lot.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
So why can't I open it? I really want to open it.
Don't open it.
Please, or he's gonna like kind of poke his fingers together. You know,
Actually, that book, this is the Tome of Exile, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I didn't know if the title was on there.
It's not. Okay, this is really fucked up, Nate.
Don't open the book. Just sell it. It goes for a lot. I could sell it in the big city, but maybe someone as fucked up as this book would buy it.
Arya, make an intelligence check for me. $21. Whoa. No, Jackson, hush.
Jackson.
Whether it's from instinct, taking the advice of Ori and Zane, or just having some sort of common sense revelation to you, get the sense that if you open this book, nothing but bad comes from it.
Or listen, I opened the book once. I saw the pits of hell. So you're not gonna want. Don't open it.
Arya, out of curiosity, did your dad give you his bow? And if so, you should toss it.
His bow. It might be hanging up in his room because he doesn't really use it anymore.
Good. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have it. He had no such luck with it.
Yeah, no. I don't have it.
Good.
So you really don't want me to open this book?
Yeah, no, please do not open it.
Yeah, don't do that.
Why do you?
I'm giving it to you out of the kindness of my heart.
Well, I appreciate it.
There isn't much left.
I'm a teenager. I am a teenager. I like to open things.
Not this
Okay,
thing.
how about I hang on to the book and Ori will kind of reach for it, and I'll sell it and I'll give you the money for it.
That's probably wise, because if not, I'm gonna open it.
I'm taking the book back. Give me the book. Ori's gonna try to reach for it. See if
Are
I give
you
it back.
are you gonna give it back to him, or are you gonna try to keep away?
Keep away.
Okay, roll Ori, roll combating acrobatics checks.
I'm a snobby teenager. I don't listen.
23.
Acrobatics, we're told.
Oh,
that's the turtle we know.
Ori's gonna take the book. I'm gonna sell it. I'll give you the money. Don't open anything. You know what? Don't.
Like.
Okay, I guess since you're a big man, I will give it back to you.
Has nothing to do with this. This book will send you to hell.
Literally.
Well, I'm with all these kids, so it can't be any worse.
I'm just laughing.
Oh,
that
I'm sure it could be a lot worse. Have you seen the pits of hell? I have. It's horrifying.
I'm just.
Have you hung out with these kids? They keep pulling my feathers, and it's driving me insane.
Well, do you want to get out of here and come with us instead?
Please.
You want to be lit on fire, unlit on fire, then relit on fire, then unlit on fire, then relit on fire. Because that seems like what hell is like.
I don't know. That doesn't seem so bad to me.
Well, then that would be a
What are you
fire
talking
bird.
about?
That would be pretty cool.
I'm just gonna point at myself and be like, demon.
Okay, I want like frozen to death, then unfrozen, then frozen to death, then unfrozen.
I still ain't that bad.
So I would be
I
a
feel like it
popsicle
sucks
bird.
either way.
Infernal Constitution, baby.
Are
Right.
you immune? Are you immune to being cold too, or
I'm resistant.
That
the fuck
looks to
is wrong
me
with
as being around Ori and being sober for too long.
you say I'm sober or you're sober?
I said, no,
Thaddeus
Helms and
is-
me is being around you too long and being sober.
I don't want to talk about your alcohol problem today.
Wait, this guy's sober? Since when?
a couple weeks now.
Yeah, it's very rare that he's not halfway down a bottle at this time of day.
He's really been staying away from the alchemical jar I gave him.
Oh, all right. I meant to ask you while we were disposing of some stuff.
Our friends.
Royal Clarissa. Are any of these your relatives? It'll hold up the 4 harpy heads. Because I'm just gonna get out of the way now. Or do you know any of these
No.
individuals? Okay,
No, I
good.
don't, but I want to hang them on my wall. They look cool.
All right, you know what? You can have one. Here, I'll hand you the one with the big, like, broken, like. This is the one he threw an axe in its head. So there's a big gash with the skull broken, like a line. You can have this one.
Ooh, this is really cool.
Yeah, you
But
can
I'm not
see the
going to put it above my bed. I'm going to put it above the kid's bed.
Oh, that's a good idea. You kind of see the brain there. They can poke at it for like fun, like a little toy.
Nice.
They can
Hope it
pull
gives
the
them
feathers
nightmare.
on it.
But yeah, there's just still some feathers in
Yeah,
there.
they can pick this apart. I'm tired of it.
All right, let me -1 harpy head.
I wonder if this would make good stew.
I've been told you're not supposed to eat brains.
Well,
It's kind of all that's left.
the kids don't know the difference.
Well, that's rude.
Who had said not to eat brains?
I heard brains are
Quite
not
nutritious.
Vatan.
Brains are a zombie meal.
Vatan, you, as you say that, a flash of a short flash of like what looks to be of bright color comes from the basically the from where you're if you're staring at the temple from the left, and you see like this short, familiar faced, impish looking man tumble out of the front of the silver lining inn. And you just hear him go, "Oh,
Old person.
oh shit."
Demon.
I'm gonna turn and just glare.
What's his whole friend?
Yeah.
And you see Baxter just kind of look at him and just go, "Not again." And then you'll see him like calmly walk over. Come
Oh,
on.
no, he's not walking over.
Oh no, Baxter, the brother, the member of the cardinal.
Gotcha.
He just walks over and looks. What did you? You really need to stop doing this, Dexter. And as he goes to lift him up, he doesn't move because a whole person. And you just see like Dexter's eyes look around. What's going on?
I got a head here. You like it?
That would be so easy to just kind of throw my axe at him.
And you'll just see his eyes like looking around because he can't move his head.
I'll drop the spell.
Oh, hi.
Or he'll wince a little bit. Oh, God, its
Um,
voice is so irritating to me. I don't know why.
You see you look at the top of his head, and he's not wearing a hat. And you look behind him, and there is the standard like flat cap hat that he wears on the ground. When he like immediately looks, like pats the top of his head. Oh no! Oh, and you'll see him scramble over for the hat and put it back on. Oh hi! Oh hi! Arya, I didn't see you there.
This guy like twitching a lot. It
Yes.
sounds like he's twitching.
He's very much a schizophrenic. And he'll look at all of you. I know all of you.
He's
No,
just
you
gonna
don't.
see me rub my eyes. My fists don't give me strength.
And you're
Just
just
gonna like,
you're
I'm just gonna halfway put up his hands and be like, "You do not. This is the first time we've ever met."
Oh, my apologies. Nice to meet you. My name's Dexter. I'm the owner of the inn over there. Oh, and you've met my brother, I see.
Is it really an in or is it an out?
What?
I'm not
You
going in
heard
there,
me.
so it's an out.
You just see him start looking at like counting on his fingers almost.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. That was a 2 on his wisdom save. Which mind you, his wisdom gives him a -3 and his intelligence gives him a -4 on his rolls.
God damn.
He's not very smart.
He's not well.
No. No, he's not. He's just smart enough to know how to talk, read and write.
I feel bad for this guy now.
He just looks. I have to go. And he turns around and he like holds his hat down. And then you just see him like start to run back towards the inn. And then he trips over his own feet and the hat falls off again. And he like scrambles to the ground. Again, fuck. And he looks so. Well, if you're staying the night, let me know. And he'll walk back into the inn.
Hey Zane.
Yeah.
I whisper. I don't want to go in there and take off his hats just to see what would happen.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up.
I'm just curious. I mean, what do you think would happen?
I think he'd have a mental breakdown.
His brother does
Worse
not
than
hear
he
it.
already is.
And his brother, Baxter, will look at you.
What if we like,
I don't know what's going on with him. I'll check in on him later.
Baxter, has he ever not had hats?
When we were kids, yes. And then
How was that?
He was a normal baby until he wasn't.
Until the hats or after?
Oh, the hats came after. In fact, the hats were my mother's idea. Since he had a hard time dealing with all of his friends, as he calls them. Yeah. We decided that hats would be a good way to compartmentalize his thoughts and his various personalities.
Is your brother harmless?
Fairly, yes.
Okay.
He's never hurt anybody before, except for maybe me, but I'm his brother, so.
Have you ever taken his hats away?
Once.
How'd that go for you?
He beat me within an inch of my life.
Oh,
Whoa! All right.
As I said,
Okay.
he's never hurt anybody except for me.
All right, we'll leave the hats alone because I was recently talking about this, about taking the hats away just to see what would happen, but now I see it's not a good idea.
Well, let's be clear. He's maybe 4 feet tall, and you.
What? I don't want to cause any family issues.
I appreciate it. His daughter seems to be very happy that.
He has a daughter?
Yeah,
yeah, we saved her.
little Sophia.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
How does that happen?
Carefully.
No offense to your brother.
Shh, between you and I don't know the specifics. Nor
Must be a
Probably
sweet
for the
talker.
but he
One of him.
I think she's adopted.
Oh,
I've always got
okay.
that sense. He's never told me where she came from. All I know is that he wandered off to one of the bigger towns around here, and he came back with a kid, a baby specifically.
And you're sure it wasn't like a kidnapping?
And you just see his face kind of like freeze up a little bit.
Did you ever think about that?
Of course, yeah, he wouldn't do that. He's
Okay.
Are you sure? Like one of him wouldn't do it.
Does it have like a deeper personality that makes him like super strong or something?
I've never seen it before. No, he's harmless. He's completely harmless.
I want to roll insight on
Go roll insight.
Except when he nearly beat you to death.
Yeah, that was kind of rough. What's my... Oh, it's 16.
Do you get the sense that he's like... You get the sense that he's definitely telling the truth, but he has this look in his eyes like he's never really maybe even thought about that possibility. At least not in a long time. So
yeah, maybe your brother shouldn't leave town without supervision.
I agree.
Yeah, just to keep it safe.
I tend to agree. Well,
I don't even know why I'm talking. I've killed like 15 fucking people in like last week.
Well, it is part of the profession.
I was almost one of them.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me.
Oh, yes.
Or sweats.
I knocked him out.
Oh. Well,
yeah, I don't want to talk about this in front of this gentleman here.
I don't know. It's a good time for a confessional, you know?
Yeah, yeah. You see, the church is that way, and we're right here, so we're not technically doing a confession.
Well, the church is open.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it.
The confession box is always open.
I don't. I think I don't think confession is necessary.
Are you sure?
Well,
yeah, maybe I would have taken it like a few days ago.
Confession is completely, it's completely your choice, but it is available if you want it.
Is it okay? So if I tell you things, I'm going. Come with me for a second, Neil.
He'll follow with you.
You follow me, please.
It goes out on the internet.
Let me know. What's going on?
Or is gonna like kneel down a little bit. Okay, so if I tell you things, are you you can't tell anyone at all?
I am obligated by my duty as the acting cardinal of this church to keep everything to myself.
Okay, what if it's like against the law?
That is between you and the gods. I have no right to...
Oh, well, fuck them. So I guess we're good. So
I have no right to judge you. It is not my place. My job as a priest is to simply hear out anybody that's willing to confess to things that they've done wrong. It is not up to me to decide whether or not you should be charged with any crime because of these confessions.
Well, I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. Well, I just kind of want to talk about it.
Well, how about this? If you want to talk to someone about it, you have.
Well, I do feel bad for one. Kind of like over at Zane, because he's kind of a friend of mine. I kind of feel bad for that. I wasn't even conscious.
Well, how about this? If you want to talk about it, and you need to get something off your chest, the confession box is always open. And if you'd like to talk to me before you leave, I'm more than willing to listen.
Okay.
But
I need to check on the rats too.
It's entirely up to you. That's all I have to say.
All right, good talk. And I'll give him like a pat on the shoulder.
Yeah.
I'll stand back up.
And he'll just kind of give you a nod, and he'll follow behind you. Let's see here. Oh, he will do one thing though. He will, as you walk away, he'll look at you and say, "Now to ensure that Ori, before you go, to ensure that we can have this talk, because I am kind of curious, personally. How about I do this?" And he'll kind of tap you, kind of grab your I guess your hand, and he'll cast Death Ward on you. So for the next 8 hours, if your hit points hit 0, as a result of taking damage, instead of dropping to 0, your hit points hit 1.
Oh.
For the next 8 hours. So until your essentially until your next long rest, or well, it's 8 hours, but I'll keep track of that. But it only happens once. So once you get hit and you drop down to 0, it goes away. You stay safe along with all of your friends, okay?
We will.
Good talk. And he'll walk back. All of you, if you need anything, I will be in the temple. Again, feel free to use the temple as your point of operations if you need it, and if you need to stay the night, there are beds available in the inn, or I suppose in the temple. We could probably figure something out.
We also have rooms in the children's house if y'all want to stay there too.
That is also an option. And he'll point at the bottom part of the map for you guys. All of those houses down there are fairly abandoned, so this is where we've been housing the children since you've brought them back those few weeks ago. I'm sure there are a few homes still available for you to bunk up in if you need to. If that's all you need.
Ready?
And Arya, he'll look at you. I know you're used to.
But that would be so much fun.
Arya? Arya?
Heck.
You're the oldest in this village. You need to start acting your age at some point. You know, we've had this conversation. Okay.
It
You
gives
guys hear
us
me?
a dead body.
But do you like the head I was given? It looks pretty cool.
He'll just look at you and just, sure. And he'll walk into the temple. So, you guys are interested in going and finding Alan.
I
What's up?
I had actually stepped away for the bulk of that conversation, and was ritual casting commune with nature.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know. So in the outdoors, the spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you. That's a nifty spell. This is a 5th level spell.
Yes, it is.
Dang, you.
And it's a ritual.
And it's a ritual. Damn. Okay. Druids, bro.
Yup.
Okay. So doesn't function. So what are you trying to gain? What type of knowledge are you trying to gain from using this spell?
Is Alan within this area, basically?
So are you walking? So how commune with nature works is that you have to find a focal point in order to commune with nature. So the tree would probably be your best bet.
Yeah, I'm assuming I moved under there and was sitting under there.
Yeah. So immediately you feel, okay, this is cool. I'm glad you used this. So you also see Vivra just like sit down and cross his legs underneath the founder's tree, and as you cast the spell, and try to gain this information about Alan, you feel a leaf float down very gently and land in your lap. And then you feel another leaf land gently and land on your shoulder. Eventually one floats down and lands on your head. And you immediately gain the knowledge that Alan is in fact within 3 miles of you. In fact, he's in the general area that you remember his home being. I believe the spell, you instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts. So you have 2 more if you want to.
Whether or not I don't remember the actual name of the creature, but the thing that kept mimicking Zane and calling Zane
the shapeshifter.
Yeah, the shapeshifter thing.
Yeah.
Whether or not that is around.
Okay. You feel the leaf on your shoulder kind of vibrate, and you feel it like spin in a circle on your shoulder, almost like a compass, that can't find its way. And you just kind of get the sense that it's not close.
Okay.
At least not within 3 miles.
Yeah.
But this is a big forest, so.
Right. And then last, where the whether or not the Watcher in the Woods guardian thing is around as well.
The leaf in your lap starts to vibrate, and it immediately like starts to spin. It's kind of sitting on your left knee, and immediately starts to slowly spin in a circle on your knee, and you get the sense, you just kind of get the natural sense that she's everywhere.
Okay.
She's always around. And if you were the knowledge, you'd also gain that if you were to try to communicate with her openly and reach out to her, she is not against reaching back out to you. She is, from everything you understood from her the last time you were here, she is just the guardian, the watcher of this forest. So, you do gain that knowledge. And as the wind starts to blow through the trees of the Founder's Tree, and you feel the leaves, you feel the spell slowly start, and you feel the leaves blow off of you with a gentle breeze, and fly off into the air, and the spell is over with.
Excellent. I will immediately stand up and start walking in the general direction of Alan's house, and anybody who asks or looks or I pass nearby, I will say, come, Alan is at home now.
Okay. Do all of you follow your...
I would be, yeah.
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 Okay. Arya, do you follow?
Man, I should watch out for these kids, but...
Come on, Arya!
Okay, screw these kids, let's go!
Yeah, fuck them kids.
I have a question. Did we leave some horses in a cart here?
No.
Kind of. The oxen.
Yes.
Dude, this was a year ago. You have to. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm pretty certain we
forest.
did.
I'm pretty sure the oxen were killed.
Yeah.
Pretty
sure we just grabbed everything out of the cart.
They were killed. That's right. The oxens were killed by the shapeshifter. I remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right before they got stuck in the tree.
So the cart is still sitting at the Silver Lining Inn in the stables. Has not moved.
I grabbed everything important out of it.
Has not moved. Has not moved in like 6 weeks.
Was there anything in there
5
that was
weeks.
important?
I took the
rations and everything.
Tokens out.
The Revivify token. Yeah, you guys just left like the golden ticket to staying alive that that Leon gave you right before at the beginning of your first journey. You just left them in the cart. I'm like, hey, you still have those in there, and Magic's like, fuck. So, yep. So the cart's still there. You remembering? I'm gonna say Arya, because you are from the area and you've been flying through the forest and around the forest a lot. Make an intelligence check with advantage to remember exactly remember exactly where and how far the general area of Alan's home is. Weaver has a fairly good idea of where it is, given the commune with nature spell. But the distance is how long the distance is going to take. Okay, 22. With a combined knowledge of you knowing the forest and as well as Vivra's spell, you would immediately gauge that it's probably about a half a day walk to the other side of the bridge, where you've heard stories of Aiko facing off against the werewolf form of Alan. Arya. So it's about a 4-hour walk into the forest.
If y'all want to know where Alan is, I could tell y'all.
I mean, you're still coming with us, so
Well, yeah, I'm gonna come with you, but I also could invite my friend that has flown over there many, many times with Aiko.
who would that be?
That would be Aragon.
Are you going to try to call out to the dragon to see if he fucking listens to you?
Yes, I am.
All right. Roll a persuasion check for me. With advantage, because he actually likes you better than Aiko.
Is that persuasion?
Yeah. The natural 20 minus 1. Which natural 20s in combat are automatic hits, not in skill checks. We'll see if the stubborn ash dragon listens to you. You hear kind of like a groan. Vaten, specifically you, as you stand up, start walking over towards the direction. You hear a groan come from the tree above you, and you hear, and you hear small wing flaps of a familiar blue dragon wormling jump out of the tree, slightly longer than you last saw him. Slightly longer wingspan, slightly larger body. And he flies down and lands in between all of you and sees all of you. Kind of looks at all of you. And just kind of looks at Arya. In Draconic. Who knows Draconic? I believe Elka and Vlivra do, and Arya does. In Draconic, you hear, "What do you want?"
Well, we know you and Aiko go to the freaking Allen's place, a weird old guy. So we need you to take us there.
Do I have to?
Yes, or you don't get to eat tonight.
That's cruel and unusual punishment, Arya, and you know it.
Well, I am your master since Dad is gone.
Master smashed. Whatever. Fine, I'll take you. And he'll look at all of you. Wait. And he looks right at you. He looks right at you, Vaten or Vlivra.
Mm-hmm.
You can understand me.
Yes, I can.
Hi.
In Draconic.
And you look at Elka. I knew you could always understand me. I could sense the dragon heritage coming off of you since I met you.
Elka's gonna reply back. Well, of course.
I can talk to people. That's not just bird brain over there and Dad. And Aragon will start to flap his wings and take off east on the road towards Allen. to the darkness of the Blackrun forest for the first time in about a month and a half. There, because it is 10:30.
Yeehaw.
So glad we were able. Back to the campaign, buddy. I'm happy to have you.
Great.
You lied to me
Yahoo.
today.
And I would Squirtle. So Squirtle spilt the beans of magic that he was coming back. He just didn't tell him when. And I'm like, well, fuck. That's just all right. Well, I guess we're gonna try to surprise people. But
I still have no clue. Starting today.
yeah. Well, we were going over Arya's character sheet and voice and everything a few days ago. So, welcome back, Squirtle. Happy to have you, everyone. As always, thank you for playing. I'm happy we're finally back after a three-week hiatus.
Yeah, I was supposed to be back 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you were.
Well,
And then my goal is trying to get him back before I left on vacation, but that obviously didn't end up happening because you guys ended up taking some time in Arbington. But it's a good way to bring you back. I'm pretty excited to see we're having a third druid in the party.
Oh no.
oh no.
Because
We got, Jesus
we have
Christ.
3 druids in the party now. So we'll see what kind of shenanigans you guys can put me through.
When I switch classes, I want to be a druid.
No. You could be.
I'm gonna
half
suddenly
druid.
get
You
magic
could
and
spec
turn
into
into a
druid.
druid.
My
You're just
multi-class
gonna
is a
dragon
druid.
transform.
Yeah, everyone in the party just agrees to multi-class into druid.
Yes. Absolutely.
That would
So
change it.
technically,
That
the
would
entire group is a druid.
That would
We just have
drastically
healing familiars around us the whole time.
For fuck's sake.
That would actually be really OP.
Every single enemy is going to be a spellcaster, and every single one of them will have power word kill if you do that. All right, because there's
That's just rude. Good thing we'll all know we'll have
Counterspell?
revive spell or counters. Can you counterspell that? Oh, no.
Yeah, we'll all have revivify. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, we have revivify.
You can counterspell power word kill, but you need to cast a 9th level counterspell to immediately counter it, or you need to roll for it. But if you roll high enough, yeah, you can counter it. It's just very hard.
Damn, I could have counterspelled that power word kill in the one shot, the Christmas one. Maybe I could have had a chance.
Did you have counterspell as?
Yeah, I did. I was a
the
paladin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I could have had a chance. That would have been really funny, but it was also probably funnier that one of us just dies.
So, since like I'm the king of scuff, here, I am planning the throwback one shot for the Titans War that happened 20 years ago. That Elkis and Archer fought in. So that will be a one shot coming up. My goal is to have it sooner rather than later. But I actually need to check something before we end completely because if I remember correctly, our 1-year anniversary is coming up.
Ooh.
And it may have already passed because of all this hiatus. I have to double check.
This session?
Oh yeah, this campaign.
Our campaign.
No, we didn't start until August.
No, hold on. 1 year ago, it says we uploaded the first episode on. It was June 5th, so we did skip over the 1-year anniversary of Time to Roll.
It's okay.
But so I guess happy anniversary to us.
Yeah.
But so technically that would have been
A couple weeks back.
yeah.
Yep.
When I was getting back home, it would have been our 1-year anniversary. Actually, I think it would have been our 1-year anniversary. Yeah, if I wouldn't have been sick, we would be able to celebrate together. But All right. Well, thank you for playing. See you guys next Sunday. And Squirtle, again, welcome back, buddy.
Yay!
Yep, yep.
Here, here.
Hey, while Zach's finishing
I'll be
this
right back.
bingo.
Alrighty, people. I guess happy anniversary to us. I'm sorry we skipped over that. Just completely blanked on it. Hopefully by our second anniversary, we'll have this. We'll be coming close to the end of campaign 1, and we'll be prepping for campaign 2. But everyone, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've been able to really get into the story and play, and I've been having a heck of a time trying to figure out the logistics of it. But again, next week, hopefully expect far better camera backgrounds because I have a here. I'll show you real quick before we end stream, since we're still running a little early when it comes to actual stream time. So I'll be right back. Let me grab this thing. Jackson wants to. But this is a 7 foot Elgato green screen that I need to hang. So this will go behind me, and we'll have really, really nice backgrounds, and it will no longer look like I'm sitting in my room, and it'll be a little bit more professional up in here, and I'm going to be messing with the overlay and everything. Oh god, I just smacked the shit out of my stand. But I have a dog that is desperately wanting to get out of my room. Everyone have a wonderful night. I'll catch you guys next Sunday, and be on the lookout for some more short form content on like Twitch and or not Twitch, on like TikTok and potentially on YouTube. YouTube Shorts are a thing. I got access to them, so if you want to check those out, it'd be greatly appreciated. And I will catch you guys next Sunday live with episode 45. We're already there. So everyone have a wonderful night. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Bye bye.